My name is Cara Nicklas, and I live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I am a member of North OKC Methodist Church. We are a new church plant in Oklahoma City. Yeah, so I served on the Wesleyan Covenant Association and the Transitional Leadership Council, and now I serve on the Connectional Council. And so I have been in on the conversations leading us to the creation of the Global Methodist Church. And so I guess you could say I'm all in on the Global Methodist Church, and I am passionate about ensuring that we carry out our mission and truly become a global denomination. I've been blessed with these experiences on these councils to have met leaders in our denomination from the Philippines, Africa, Bulgaria, all parts of the world. And I would say having those conversations and connections has helped me see the importance of not creating a denomination that is US focused. We don't want to create a structure that works for churches in the US, but isn't practical for a church in Ethiopia. So I guess I bring that perspective to the denomination. As someone who has been helping start a church plant, I can tell you that I understand the struggles of starting a church. It is imperative, I think, that our denomination fulfill our goal of planting churches throughout the world. And so I hope to contribute to that discussion if I can be of help. Well, one of the priorities, I think, for me in terms of the Global Methodist Church has been to seek to be more connectional. I want people in the pews to feel the connection that I have been privileged to feel due to my service on the Transitional Leadership Council and the Connectional Council. In discussions very early on in the development of the Global Methodist Church, we envisioned setting up a more strategic and intentional way for annual conferences and local churches to develop partnerships. And we have begun to partner annual conferences, such as the Heartland Conference's partnership with Ethiopia. But throughout our denomination, I think that needs to be more fully developed. So every annual conference has a partner conference. We also need to begin to partner local churches with other local churches. What I do not want to see is US churches viewing this partnership as their mission to give money to a church and see that as their mission. So, giving money to a local church in Ethiopia is the partnership that they envision. That's not what I see. Instead, I want my local church to be in ministry together with a local church in Ethiopia. So, especially as a church plant, I suspect a local church in Ethiopia has much to teach my church about evangelism. And so I want to see our denomination be very intentional about creating meaningful partnerships so that those of us in the pews, as laity, feel that connection. In terms of my vision for growth, as I said, I believe we need to plant churches. The obstacle to that is supplying pastors who are willing, eager, and equipped to plant a church. We must become more intentional about encouraging young people to go into full-time ministry. We must focus on our youth if we want to grow. So I believe with regard to our children and our youth and our churches, we must go deeper in terms of teaching our children and youth. I think we need to be looking to find gifted future pastors and be more intentional about trying to encourage that. I don't think we want to become bureaucratic and top heavy. So I'm pretty passionate about us not becoming too top heavy, but I do want to see us continue to develop task forces and maybe create ways to share ideas among our local churches. So who is evangelizing well? Let's learn from them. Who is discipling well? Let's learn how they are doing it. What I don't want to do is go to General Conference and pass legislation that doesn't produce growth and doesn't have a meaningful impact on the local church. So I guess that's my perspective on that. So one of the important decisions before the delegates to the convening General Conference this past September was the development and passage of a mission statement. So overwhelmingly, the delegates sought to present our denomination with a distinctly Wesleyan mission statement. So it's the Global Methodist Church exists to make disciples of Jesus Christ and to spread scriptural holiness across the globe. So we were very intentional about adding the scriptural holiness component to our mission statement. In my conversations with some of the bishops, I am told that as they are traveling to various conferences, the question they have heard is, what is scriptural holiness? The Assembly of Bishops has made it a priority to teach what that doctrine means. And they've put out some videos in an effort to teach on our mission statement. But I serve on the Connectional Council, and as we have been planning the General Conference, we have been discussing the need to ensure our movement's identity is shaped around the character of a holy God. And so now that we have a mission statement, I believe we need to focus on the critical work of shaping identity and culture within our denomination.